Hi, Zachary. How are you?
Good morning, Mr. Shulman. My name is Zachary Lakornik. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Sorry about the constant rescheduling.
No problem at all. So, on behalf of the Walsh Family Moot Negotiation Competition, thank you for your time and for your sponsorship. We greatly appreciate it.
Well, we're very happy to sponsor and be involved in this project very much.
So this is the first year that we have had a social media presence, and we are especially pleased to be able to welcome Shulman and Partners as one of our sponsors for the inaugural social media year. So just a few questions for you.
Of course.
Let's start with a little bit of background about Shulman and Partners. Can you provide our viewers with a brief discussion about Shulman and Partners and how it came to focus its practice in family law?
Well, of course. I'll try to be brief. We've been established about 15 years ago, and over the years we have grown to 13 lawyers and over 30 terrific staff. We're spread over 2 offices in GTA. We live and breathe family law. It's our sole focus. That's all we do day in, day out. That's all we talk about during the day. That's all we dream about during the night. And really, it comes down to helping our clients in a human and practical way to get over very difficult times of their lives. So we keep working hard and we keep adding more terrific lawyers to our team as we grow.
That's amazing. I mean, it really is an all-consuming profession. You really have to be passionate about it.
It definitely is. There is no other way to do it. You're either all in, family law consumes you fully and completely. You can never really escape it. Once you're a family lawyer, that's part of your existence.
Sure. How much emphasis would you say that your firm places on alternative dispute resolution mechanisms within family law versus, let's say, court intervention?
Well, I think in the ADR is a very important tool for a family lawyer to be able to deliver results for the clients. I think it comes down from a very simple realization that clients do not come to lawyers and asking them, I want to go to court. Nobody hires family lawyers for that. What they're hired the family lawyers for is, I need a solution to my family law issue. Court may be one of them, but it's not the only one which is there. And ADR is very important one because it allows the clients, many of the times, to have more significant input into the decisions which are going to be involving them and their children. But I also do not see, and the firm doesn't see ADR as a separate process altogether. Even when court starts, we always look at ways to resolve. You never stop negotiating in court. You never look at other options of how to avoid a trial. And the reality is most cases are successful in that they never reach a trial. And that means the clients had significant input into the outcome, but they may have had to go to court. Now, court is an important process as well. So in the end of the day, it's really about what is the tools at the family lawyer's disposal to be able to achieve the result in the most positive way, in the least confrontational way, but still achieving the results which they're hired to do.
I think that makes a lot of sense to view ADR as a process along the way through the court process. And, as you know, and I know as well, very few family law cases end up at trial. So even when court intervention has commenced, so clearly ADR is being, commenced during that process as well. So it makes a lot of sense.
It's critical. As I said, even something as simple as negotiating, that skill is critical to a family lawyer. And that skill which must be honed throughout. Whether you've been before COVID negotiating in the hallways of the court, outside of the courtroom, or now trying to negotiate through Zoom or in a breakout room in this new normal, it's still the same skill. It's a skill you develop, same as you develop skills in being able to persuasively present your case before a judge. Very important.
Would you say that Shulman and Partners has a particular mandate or philosophy towards the practice of family law?
Yeah, I would say our philosophy is somewhat different, or we say it's different, we believe it's different, in the sense that we start our practice of family law, what we call, it's a human approach to a human problem. right? We start with that and we focus on what the problem is and what the solutions can be. Law comes secondary to it as we leverage our skill, our experience, our expertise in the field to resolve that problem, resolve the solution which the clients are looking for. And that's why I say when you focus on the problem first, it allows you to be more resourceful, more creative in addressing what you're actually being hired for. It's not the law piece which clients are hiring lawyers for, it's the experience. It's the experience to get them through it. In the end of the day, a client may be going through a divorce once in their life. We've been through it thousands of times over many years. So I think that it's the human approach to a human problem first, and then leveraging the skill and expertise to help clients get through it.
That's an amazing way to look at it. And I think, for the law students participating in the Moot, that if they choose to go on to practice family law, that will be a great mandate for them to take up, because people that are coming to a family law lawyer, they're coming to us at one of the worst times of their lives in most cases. So, yes, there's a component, it's the law, that's how we have to deal with it, but really a human problem. So human approach to a human problem. And I appreciate that. And I think the students who will be watching this and participating in the Moot will as well.
Of course, and they have to remember that, as you've said very, very well, people come in the worst of times. Those are great people, but it's the worst of their times. And they may be very smart, very intelligent, but they feel lost as anybody would. And they're looking for guidance. And I think that comes with a lot of responsibility for family lawyers as we argue our cases.
I agree. Would you have any particular advice to provide to our participating students about either the overall practice of family law or how you see our part as lawyers to develop the practice of family law into the future?
Of course. Well, it's said that it's called the practice of law for a reason. It's because we keep practicing. We never get perfect. And I think in family law, it's especially cannot be any more true. So the advice I would say is do not get discouraged by failure, but make sure you never lose commitment to excellence. I think it's very easy, especially in the first years of practice, as you keep failing, keep making mistakes, and you feel you're failing, is to be discouraged. Either give up or basically not do your best anymore. I think it's what truly marks a great family lawyer is the commitment to excellence despite those failures, and remembering that nobody's perfect. We all been there. We all failed. We all learned from our failures much more than we learned from our successes. And that's what really makes you a good lawyer, is caring, being committed to excellence, but at the same time, keep practicing.
I think that's great advice. As me, myself, a newly called to the bar lawyer, I completely agree with that. For every mistake, you learn something, right? And it only makes you stronger. It only makes you smarter. Family law is a very intricate type of law, as I'm sure every other type of law is as well. But there's a steep learning curve. And to the students who are participating and may choose to practice, I think that's great advice. You can't be discouraged. You have to just forge on, and to have a passion to do this, it's important, and you can't get discouraged.
Absolutely. And I often tell associates that when you look back at your practice after many years, if you ever ask, tell me about few good successful cases you've done, you will have trouble remembering them. But if I ever ask you, tell me about the case you really failed, you will not stop talking. And that's really is it. Failure is the greatest teacher, but you must not let it push you into not caring. You really have to still be passionate, committed to excellence in what you do, despite that. And I think that's important.
I think you've just touched on it, but would you have any comments to inspire our participants and other viewers to decide to practice family law?
Well, passion is one of them. You must be passionate about helping others, helping human beings. But I think you must also remember that family law is like no other field. I can attest to coming into work day in and day out, you will never have the same day ever again. It will not be two same solutions or two same cases. It's both difficult because you can never really feel like you fully mastered it, or the day because like it's the same as you've done before. And yeah, it's very rewarding because you get to solve human issues daily and see the impact. The other part of it is that it's a very personal and an important field. Your decisions will have significant impact on the trajectory of people's lives. It may have an impact for not only tomorrow, it's not just today's issue, it will have an impact on their lives, how it's going to go forward, the trajectory of their children's lives, of how their children will be impacted, decisions of whether to litigate an issue or negotiate, decision whether to pick up the phone and call the other lawyer and try to resolve it, or take a harder position. Those are going to be your decisions. And it's both humbling, but also uh, highly burdensome in a way of knowing that this is your responsibility. So I think uh, that should inspire lawyers who are truly passionate about family law, is that it's going to be very important and critical what you're going to do. It's never going to be, in a sense, forgotten.
I couldn't agree more. You know, I've just started to practice and I can attest to it. And I would be able to tell the participants in the Moot and viewers of this video that you have a direct impact on the lives of your clients and their lives moving forward, their children, how they're going to live their lives. And that is a great burden, but it's also a rewarding responsibility to be able to help these people in their time of need. And for people that have a passion to practice family law, that's why we do this job. So
Absolutely.
I couldn't agree more. Is there any other last comments you'd like to make to our participants of the Moot?
Well, I guess I would say this, that becoming a lawyer is a very daunting journey. It's a long one, and it's a difficult one. But you have to keep pushing yourself, remembering what made you have that passion to go through it, and you have to keep honing your skills. As I've said, we all been there, and just remain committed to excellence and keep trying. It's a difficult path you're choosing, but definitely a rewarding and important one. And who knows, maybe one day we'll see some of the students as lawyers at our firm. So I wish everybody good luck.
That's great. Mr. Shulman, on behalf of the executive committee of the Walsh Family Moot Negotiation Competition, thank you very much for your time. And again, thank you for your generous sponsorship. We very much appreciate it.
It's absolutely our pleasure, and we wish everybody good luck at the Moot.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.